Alright, today is December 7th, 2011. I'm going to, pretty much to make it short, a gripe and complaint session. Basically, one, to try to get some support and backup from fellow Americans, if I guess. Um, what you're about to hear is an actual story of what I'm going through in the military right now and pretty much getting the shaft. I'm going to give you the full story, not just the bad part of what's been done to me, but the things that I've done as well. Uh, so basically, a few months back, my chain of command found out that I was driving a vehicle without car insurance. When I was approached about this, I lied to them and said that yes, I did have insurance on the vehicle, when in fact I didn't. A few months to follow that, I was recommended for UCMJ action, Article 15, for failure to have a vehicle with automobile insurance, which is a violation of post policy and also Army regulation. Um, so I got my Article 15, finished off my extra duty, and pretty much ever since then have been going through a lot of issues with being mistreated in the workplace. The big one that led up today was, in my eyes, segregation. I I've been told that I'm no longer allowed to be in certain areas of our troop uh, when other people can be there. I was kicked out of these areas, so my only course of action was to use the female latrine to store my gear and change. And we only have one female in our troop, and she never, up until that point, I never knew that she had used the latrine on the upper floor, second floor. Um, so today they reduced me in rank and took and taken some pay from me as well right before the holidays, which is nice, I guess. Um, yeah, I feel it's a load of crap. I also found out today that there are numerous amounts of other people that use the female latrine, and I'm not hearing any repercussions from them. The big thing is when they found out that I was getting a med board um, for diabetes, PTSD, post post concussion syndrome, and hypertension. That's when everything kind of started going downhill from there. As far as treatment of myself and another soldier that's in the unit, they just pretty much treat you like trash throughout the day. They trying to gather my thoughts right now. Basically, I don't get treated like get treated fairly like the rest of the soldiers do. Um, like I was saying earlier, I've been kicked out of everywhere. At one point, I had my personal property taken away by one of the senior NCOs there. This is just my cell phone. Um, we were unpacking a bunch of stuff, and we had I was waiting for my wife at the time. We were still together. I was waiting to hear from a doctor's appointment how my daughter was doing. Heard my phone ring. It was on the ground, being charged, and I looked at it real quick, and obviously it wasn't her. And this senior NCO told me if he ever saw my phone again, that he would confiscate it. throughout the day, everybody else is playing on their phones, including this senior NCO, and not a word was said. A couple days go by, and I was ended up doing some detail around the troop, and I went to plug my phone in, let it charge up, and he confiscated it from me in front of our commander. Which I'm not gonna to give any names right off the bat right now. I don't feel like the need to be thrown out there until a later date when more comes out of this. That I don't really need any more repercussions or any more big issues going on. But the senior NCO told me to put my phone on his desk and not to pick it up until after work in front of our commander, and our commander was laughing about it. Apparently, he thinks it's funny for people to take other people's property. So those are just a few things. There's a lot of people talking behind your back. Just real childish things. Like I've had to empty a coffee pot that I don't use at all. When I do drink coffee, it's in the chow hall, or when I go to the shop in the mornings and I get a cup of coffee there. But this is a personal coffee pot. And I've been made to clean it out, fill it up, make coffee. Um, Basically, my daily duties have gone from being an actual soldier to a cleanup bitch slash janitor. Uh, the funny thing is, we had a new NCO come in to the troop after the old one had been fired from the training room, and which this NCO is also going through a med board and is getting treated the same, if not worse, than myself at times. They they fired him out of the training room and put this new guy in there who never had any computer access, anything like that. Always having to do this guy's job for him. Currently, all the books that are up there were done by myself. Typed up all memos and got everything squared away. Uh, this guy complains about how stressful his life is, and gets a day off because his dog's sick. When I get questioned why I need to go to my daughter's doctor's appointment, which I think is a bunch of crap. And it's looking like it's a good old boy system. For the most part, you know, I got along with everybody before we made the big move down to Fort Benning. Never really had any issues up at Fort Knox. Had one financial issue. Actually, two financial issues up at Fort Knox. Try to get those squared away. And then this new chain of command comes in and they say that, it's a fresh start for everybody, and I've yet to see that fresh start. The other NCO has yet to see that fresh start. It's just been one demeaning day after the next. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm just like, fuck, I have to go back into work today. I wonder what kind of, how I'm going to be treated. For the most part, the guys I worked with at Knox, I get along with. They help me out. I'd bend over backwards to help them out. But all these new guys just came in and pretty much turned our worlds upside down, from the platoon sergeant up to the commander. And it's just, I feel some of their practices are very wrong. Especially the senior CI is, I'm just going to straight up say the guy's a scumbag. He, at first I thought he was trying to help me out, get through this issue of what was going on with myself and my wife. And then it just turned into, he got pissed off at me because he was spending too much time on it and telling me that it's not his issues to deal with a soldier. uh, and pretty much ended up just booting me off to the side, throwing me to the wolves, which I've been in for 9 years. I know how some things go. I know how to take care of myself generally, uh, how to get things done. I know a lot more than people give me credit for being in for 9 years. Had 2 deployments overseas, 2 deployments stateside underneath my belt. Um, Never had any huge issues up until they hear that I'm going to get into med board and they just want to. I've heard from a couple of the NCOs there that they're out to get me. Um, they want to chapter me so I don't get any benefits for having diabetes or PTSD or any of the other issues that I have going on with me right now that I'm getting med boarded for. Which, if I end up getting chaptered, then I'm going to the news media, and I'm also going to play or post more on YouTube to try to get more support to let people know exactly what's going on with